Come on. That's the only good news of the morning. That's actually good news for me. Makes me feel like a human. Get out of this light. It looks like I have no hair in it. Give me a minute. Yeah, bro. You know, things like videos get borrowed. I mean, they do. You know why? I mean, things like pornography, they do. It's just a fact of life. I'm not upset about it, but it's pretty much a fucking fact. I mean, no one's above that. I mean, if I thought I can get one of you and your wife, which you probably owe me by now, a video. Maybe you don't, but I might. I'd return it. I'd borrow it, but then return it. That's what I would do. But in your case, I don't know, man. Why do you think? Number one, did you enjoy it? Number two, do you think you can do anything with it? Number three, if not, if you don't think you can do anything with it, well, just don't spread it around then, because obviously it ain't good enough to be seen by everybody if you don't think you can do anything with it. But if you like it, that's all that matters. You probably said to yourself, well, why did they make this thing then if they don't want people to see it? And I think you might be fucking right. I didn't think anybody would see it. I thought I could hold on to that, but it's not. But I'd rather it be seen. Plus, it's good for the girls. It gives them a real shot in the arm for fucking the social life, doesn't it? Everybody want to date her all of a sudden. Hey, baby. But, you know, I think it's great. I think that's great. I mean, if you like that, that's good. Don't say I never gave you nothing. But I would do like I was saying yesterday, dude. What I would do, I would get a place like this here, and that's what I like a porno kind of factory. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's illegal in I think it is illegal in New York now, but it don't matter. That's what I'd be doing all day. And I'd make it kind of like those, yeah, you probably know it'd be all about the amateur shit. Literally, though, even the operation that I'd run, where'd you get this girl? I don't know, dude. Standing around downtown. She just got her test back. She's good to go to some crackhead bitch. Because they look good. And people, again, that's the shit people like. I mean, I'll get out from behind the camera and actually do some of that myself. Why don't you come down? That's what I'm saying. I mean, what can guys like me or maybe you do when they get to be this age, when they've outgrown other things and they've got to get into the next phase of their life? You know what I mean? Like, if you like that stuff, then you might have a place in that profession. Did you ever ask yourself that? If I can do that, why couldn't you? And I'm sure you might have. You probably can, but that's what people really like, actually. They like to see fat. It's true. They like to see fat, regular dudes. They like to see, you know, athletic, huge cock dudes too, but not all the time. There's a place. As long as you have a functioning genitalia, there's a place for you in the world. In that world. But I think you'd have to really know what you're doing nowadays, because I think it'd be a labor of love. At least with me, I'd do it. I wouldn't even give a. I mean, if I had 20 people watching it, I'd be satisfied. That's how grassroots I am with the shit. And of course, you know, the girls I get are always worth looking at. They don't come to see me. You know what I'm saying? They come to see the film and the vibe, the general vibe. And it'd be funny because I'm a character too. I could like talk in between the shit. And it'd be something at least to pass the time that didn't cost too much money. But here's the thing, I was thinking about it. It's like, yeah, this girl's a cam girl or whatever. Okay, but I mean, what kind of cam girl is she? Can we all fuck her? Or do we have to go out of our way to fuck her? Shouldn't have to be like that. To be an actress is... I still think videos are where it's at. Or downloads, you know. A couple times I found myself in groups, little porn groups on the net, where I fit in for a minute. That shit's hard. That's rare to fit in general. Especially on the internet. But I did. I fit in with the dudes and the chicks. And it was just like, this is beautiful. If I could perpetuate this. Did you see the news? I don't know if that's real or what, but I think it's a really good idea. Donald Trump getting his own platform. Because that's what you want. That's just brains. And plus, you can really exploit the top, when you're on the top end of that shit, is to make your own communications group, like McCartney, Kardashian, Jenner, you know. And anybody that's worth their weight in salt will create their own goddamn. And this is an idea I've been trying to push for years on people. What he's trying to do is great. It's like it's like revolutionary. It looks like Twitter, I heard, which is perfect for him. But the idea remains, you can do that on a small scale. Create an internet bubble. Sometimes that's where you want to be. And I think it could be... you just get a couple hackers, you know, and you treat them well, and you be honest with them. Take them into your group, explain your idea, and they'll start pounding away at the shit, like reinventing the wheel. It can't be that much money, depending on what you're trying to do. What if you just want to establish a private group? Pick 20 of you motherfuckers to live with. Oh, no, that's no problem. I'd like all of you. I'll be in your group. We're bound by that group. Now, I don't think it has to be limiting. Look at the things we can do within our special group now. The more we contribute. And contributing is not an effort. It's got to be that way for the next generation. You keep hearing people, oh, the internet ruined it. It did, yeah, with the NSA and everything. I agree with you, but that's a fact, and we know that. To create, maybe it's a bad idea, you know, I don't know. I kind of think, I'm kind of surprised you haven't done that yet. And they do, but it can be done, and it should be done, at least, you know, like that. Because now my internet group has gotten really small, but it's still really good for what's in the library. Most of it's offline shit or whatever, but it's still really good. So I know that if you made a small and kept it tighter, the freedoms get bigger, you know, within that group. Just keeping it a secret and doing that, I know could be great. And then you would know if you seen your shit on another network, you'd be like, oh, that's fucking ours. That's our girl. That's our book. That's our movie. That's our band. That's our brand. You know? And it's being done to some degree. These technology guys are great. If you have older ones, you're lucky. Because they understand phones. They understand towers. They understand communications on a different level. They're not big computer mainframe thinkers. They're you know, millennium techs. That's what I think of them as. Because here we are in the future. That's what it is. We get some, you know, maybe that's being done now. But I mean, just to extrapolate on that idea, that's the shit. But if I was in your group, whatever I do like that, if I was to do something artistic, I'd probably, well, there's some things I wouldn't give, but something like that I would give anyway. I'd be like, well, this is for our group, as long as we make it nice, because we create the hype, you know. I'd celebrate what you do, you celebrate what I do. Or you just don't fucking deal with it, you know, whatever. But isn't that sad when that's... No, it's not really sad, but that's like the best news I've gotten. Really. But you can't bother the actors afterward unless you want to fuck them or have something nice to say to them. You know what I mean? like I was telling you, I wish. Yeah, I can say this. I wish everything I did like that. Like all the porn movies I made. Yeah, I wish that somebody they could have been in safekeeping, just so I can have them later. I don't give a fuck who sees them, not really. But I'd like to see them now. They're with my ex-girlfriends. There's some I'd really love to see that just because I can barely remember sometimes. It'd be nice, Yeah, but just life is so fucking boring. It's just so fucking boring. Now, I don't know how your life is. My fucking life is so fucking boring. You have no fucking idea. It's next to intolerable. I want to be getting high all day. Fucking chicks. If I have to do something, I'll do it 4 hours. I don't think I can. I don't even give a fuck like that. Someone's so busted and they feel so broken and bad. You can tell them they're the king of the fucking world, and they'll just be like, doesn't change the way I feel. Well, how do you feel? But see, that's what I'm saying, man. This fucking guy. It's like, I'm sorry, dude. Maybe the timing's off. I guarantee you, there's a lot of you, there's gotta be, that feel the same way I do. They're not unhappy about shit, really, but they don't see it like you do. Oh, is that how you see it? Okay. They think they know something. Or something. Stop calling me by these names, too. These are not my names anymore. That was never my name, either. That sounds ridiculous. I swear to God, I'd punch you in the face if you said that. I'd be like, say it full, say it right. Call you some derogatory offshoot of your name and shit. You wouldn't like that. You should respect people when they die inside and take on new names. Is what I keep telling you too. That's a serious disrespect, is to deny somebody's new life that the government and all the sides of the pyramid have agreed upon, and they're like, yes, so mote it be. And you're there like, hey John Doe, hey man. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. Don't you dare take away my spiritual fucking rebirth or not accept who the fuck I am. I had to. It's worse than a conceptual death, dude. It's like it's an existential existential death, a conceptual death. It's a death of self. In my life, everything they tell you, it's all about death. You have to take one side of it, and I've always had to take that side, and that's the side because it's satanic. What I come from, the whole thing is what you do too, probably, but it's just satanic, and that's the way it is. But it's just, you get tired of the macabre death overtones. It just gets nobody knows what death is quite like I do, and it sucks. I'm still alive, and then I have to watch new content. It's just, that's just me being impatient with life. That's not a complaint. It's just the way it is. But I'm not bad with it either. I'm always staying positive. You can't get it. I don't imagine that it could get any fucking worse. That's the only thing to fear. That's not sarcasm either. That's like really thinking about it. It's like, well, can it get worse? If so, then we got to prevent that. I got to prevent that at all costs. But it doesn't seem to be the case yet. Anyway, it doesn't seem to be the way it is. But it's gonna be a shitty day. It's gonna fucking rain all fucking day, and I gotta fuck somebody's daughter today. It's not even cool anymore. Let me borrow your wife, dude. You don't really like her like that anymore. Whoever you are, let me borrow her. If you've got such a big dick and your dick is so much bigger than mine, well, then what would it hurt? Let me borrow your wife then. You wanna fuck my little dick friend over here, baby? Yeah. That's what they're saying, dude.
We all do. No! No! How you gonna throw a fit?